Hi guys, how are you doing? This sun, it's here for us today. I'm gonna kind of stay here a little bit, so let's see if you guys can see the cards. Okay, but I don't want to close the curtains because it's so nice that the sunlight is right here right now. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the cards so well, but let's see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I will close the curtains. But welcome back. I'm glad you're here for another reading. Today's reading, we're gonna focus on the energy of the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Leo. Let's see what are the energies for today for you. So first I'll get one for the sun in Aquarius and then one for the moon in Leo. And then we're going for tarot. I'm gonna get a message and an advice and an oracle card. Only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Remember, this is a collective reading. Okay, so let's see what's the energy of the sun in Aquarius for you at the moment. Oh, also, it is a timeless reading. So whenever you find it finds you, it's for a reason. Probably there's a message for you here. Um, but being Aquarius sun in or a Leo moon, it can be a confirmation for you. It can perhaps make more sense. And okay, look, guys, I feel like it's okay. It's shiny. Okay, here, guys. It has like cheetah here. Um, so yes, I don't know. I feel like there's some movement happening for you at the moment. Let's see. Was the sun in Aquarius energy for you at the moment? Feels magical. Okay, the dragonfly. We're gonna read about it in a little bit. Now I'm gonna get an energy for the moon. Leo, let's see how are your emotions with this moon in Leo at the moment. I feel like this sunlight is charging the cards. What's the energy for the collective for this moon? Oops, in Leo, the unicorn. Nice. I like that. Okay, let's read about them first, and then we're going to tarot. So what I'm getting here, I feel like there is with the dragonfly, for the sun in Aquarius, I feel there is like a transformation happening. Something is coming to surface. I know, but I have this energy of transformation, something changing. And with the unicorn, I've been getting a lot of collectives, energy of collectives that they've been healing stuff and really changing. And this is awesome. So I feel like the unicorn, maybe this moon in Leo is gonna make you like be more bold, really go for something that you really like, that you think it's is authentic to yourself, that like I feel like the Leo is gonna charge your emotions to actually be able to go towards it. And I love when the elements of the card also match the energy that we're getting, right? Like the dragonfly we got for Aquarius, that it's air energy as well. So I love when that happens because I feel like things are it feels like alignment, that you are like really aligned with the energy that is going on right now. Okay, so dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. Can shine through, and that's the sun, guys. The sunlight. Ah, perfect. I love you. When in balance, sees clearly. Joyful, magical. I told you guys that like it felt magical. I'm happy today. I hope you are happy too. I'm getting this energy, so probably you are really happy, really like joy, like feeling that there's magic in the air. I love this. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. I love this energy. Yes, so I feel like what I'm feeling is that there is some movement happening, and perhaps you are in this like when this movement is happening, and then you're actually like seeing things in a different way. Unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if you can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes and no and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears when it wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day to day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. And let the quest begins. Challenge accepted. The unicorn. The unicorn and the sixth chakra. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. The center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and present, while this third eye peers into the future. I love this energy. So, I'm getting there, like you're seeing things in a different perspective. Perhaps you've like something happened about your intuition that it made you like, oh, okay, is this happening? I remember when I kind of started like to understand my intuition, it was really funny because there was like this time that I really felt called to go to a mall, but I was working. But I really felt called to a mall and to got called to go, you know. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not going, you know. And then something happened that it made me leave the house, like it made me leave the work right where I was working. Um, so something happened that it made me leave where I was working. And then I was like, well, I'm out already, so let's go to the mall. And then I was like, okay, but which mall should I go? And I started to ask myself like, which mall should I go? Then I started like, oh, there are two malls that like are around. Should I go to those? But what will I do in that one? You know, like I started like to question it. And when I was in the waiting, like then there was like a red light, right? Then I was waiting in the car while I was driving. I was waiting, then I turned my head left, and there was a bus with the name of the mall, like one of the malls that I was thinking about it. And I was like, okay, I think that's the mall I'm going then. And then I went to the mall, and it was funny because then back then, and when this happened, I didn't know there were esoteric and mystic stuff at a bookstore that I usually go because it wasn't something that I was interested about, right? So I had no idea. So then like I got there, I went to this bookstore and then I started to walk around like a section that I usually don't go. And I just like it started to like get into tarot and I had bought like one tarot, one deck. And then but then like I did this well, right now I'm recommending someone for you guys if you like to check Terrorverse. It is someone that I really like his videos, his content, and I actually subscribe to his channel to check his class about tarot because you know I like his style, I like his readings, and I felt connected to his videos and he has a masterclass. So I was like, well, let me check, you know. And then he recommended to have a deck just for me, you know, like of course I'm just saying me because, you know, it's a class online, recorded. But anyway, but he said that it's good to have like a deck just for you. In my case, me. And then I was thinking about to get one deck just for me, right? To read tarot for me and not to read tarot for other people. So like these decks that I use here for you guys is just for the channel, and then I have decks for clients, you know, and then I have one for me, and then one just for my energy, right? No one has ever touched it. No one has ever, you know, even like seen it, I guess. But anyway, um, so then I got there, and then I didn't know. I found out this whole new world in a bookstore that I had no idea. And anyway, then I got a deck. Then was my first personal deck. I got it this day, you know, because anyway, I just felt called to. So you know, that's what's following the like our intuition is. So perhaps you're having like some experiences like that it's it's happening and you have no idea how it's happening, but it is happening and you know. So yeah, of course like when it happened I was like, no, that's not happening, you know, like it was just like a coincidence or whatever, but there's no such thing, you know. And then what works, that's what happens, like then those things start to happen and then you just like it's easier for you to feel it, to eat, to like to listen to it, you know. So I think there's something going on here with you that you may even like involve your gifts and your intuition. So congratulations. So yes, I've heard like challenge accepted. So yeah, so let's see what's the message for you. So when I cut it, I saw the five of winter cups. I feel that you were really in a place. You were not in a really good place. That's what I'm feeling like before. You were like really, really sad, really like frustrated. Okay, so let's go for the message for you. What's the message for the collective today? See, I don't know. This sunlight here is just feels so magical. What's the message for the collective? I love this. Let's see, top, bottom. Okay, so first we got the Artisan of Winter Cups. That is the same as the Queen of Cups energy. The Winter Chariot, Six of Winter Cups, and Winter in Strength. So the first thing that I heard here is that you are living something in the past. Okay, so here, what I'm getting is that there is this, perhaps you had a lot of trouble in the past with your emotions. And when I mean trouble, is like perhaps you couldn't, you had a hard time. I'm getting a few things here, so let's do it. So I'm getting for a few people here, you had a hard time feeling it, let it like yourself feel your emotions. So perhaps you were really like someone who like avoided or just like suppressed your emotions a lot. And because of that, right, like when we suppress things, when they come out, it's really like it explodes, right? So I'm feeling that for some people it was that like you suppress a lot of emotions in the past, and now you kind of finding a way to let these emotions out, like finding a way to actually control them, because I feel like right now you understanding how to feel. You understanding your emotions. You're working with your emotions. But I feel that like you are actually your goal with that, is to actually be able to control your emotions. For someone else here, just let me drink hot water. Go drink water, guys. For some other people here, there's this there's this message that you actually are understanding how to nurture yourself and other people in a more healthy way. Perhaps in the past you were a giver. So of course we have a bunch of labels, right, in this world right now, and it is easier to say like you were a giver, but you also need to understand that the emotions that we give to labels and we give to no the words, it's all up to us, you know so for example, if I'm saying here that you were a giver, it doesn't mean it's bad as good. It means that you're a giver. If you get the definition in the dictionary, right, what is it saying? Well, I don't know, but it is someone who's more like who tends to give more to other people and blah 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 blah. There's a definition of it. So if you feel something when I say this, that you are or were a giver, you need to understand what is that emotion, because there is it's just a word. So perhaps, for example, this is one of the things that you had trouble with, to listen to things and go for their definition and not for the emotion that you attach it to the word or label. Like everything around us is they gave a name, right? They gave a label, so we all can. It's like it's easier to, okay, this is what, so we all know what it is. But the feeling that we actually put towards the word or the things is just like we need to understand that those are feelings and we can change them. And you can understand so you don't have to feel the same way about it, about something, So keep that in mind. I think that this is definitely for someone. So I feel like you are perhaps understanding that you don't have to give to everyone. You understand what a giver means to you. That's my point. Anyway, so and how you feel about it. I think this is the thing that I'm getting here is like how you feel. For example, I'll give you an example. I am a giver. Okay, I love giving to people. I love helping people. But here you need to be careful with this energy that is like, okay, but I am giving to the people like who are meant to receive, who like are ready to receive, who are open to receive, you know, um that's the energy that I'm getting here, that you are going towards that perhaps you are understanding your emotions right now, how you feel about things and people, but you're quite not there yet. But it's where you headed to to be able to control more your emotions. But now I think you're allowing yourself to feel it, which is awesome. And we need to understand how we feel about things to actually be able to control it. Okay. At the top of the deck, we have the Six of Winter Cups. Here, the first thing that I heard, I told you guys, it is that you are living something in the past. Okay, there's something in the past that is just like, it's there. It's just a memory. So it's the same thing that I was telling you here. For example, right? If something happened in the past, that something told you something, that something, did something to you, how do you feel about it? And you understand that that's a feeling that you are attaching to a situation or a person, but you don't have to feel that way. You know, it's like, um, so I'm thinking, so like in this card here, she's in bed, there's a fox here, and she's like dreaming. Okay, I think she's asleep, and she's dreaming, and there's like she's outside, the fox is with her, and there's an owl in her, like flying like here, right? So it feels like, so the Six of Winter Cups is a lot about nostalgic, right? And you need to understand that you can live in this place here, that you're nostalgic, that you're missing people, you're missing situations, but how much you're gonna live in this world of nostalgic when there are other things happening here and there right now. Okay, so it is okay to understand how you feel, how you feel about things in the past. That's what I'm getting here. It is what you're doing right now. You understanding how you feel about things in the past, but you need to be careful to don't stay there. Okay, to don't stay with those feelings. And we, for example, tend to, wait, I'm including this because I know that I used to be like that. I used to be more aware of the negative stuff that happened, right? How I felt and the negative situations with, so what are you like focusing here, right? You need to, um, how can I say this? You need to, um, rename your emotions, resignify. I don't know if this is a word in English, or give a different emotion to a situation or to like a person, you know. I need to work on that and say, well, and back then, like I'll give you like whatever example. So, for example, you have trouble with your mom and you have problems with your mom, like communication wise, you don't get along with your mom. And there's like specific situations in your childhood, like in the past, that you think for you it's really negative, right? And sometimes you cannot talk without crying, you cannot like do anything like without feeling that negative feeling. Like you cannot think about it without the negative feeling. You need to put yourself in a situation where you see not your perspective. And I think this is the part of the healing that we start to get a lot of like gets I don't know, for me it was a lot there was a lot of frustration and I blamed myself a lot when I was in this phase, but you become a more compassionate person after that, because then you understand that, like, for example, he's your mom, two different people from like two different ages, two like different totally lifestyles, right? Your mom was raised by her mom, right? So your mom was teaching for like your grandmother. So your grandmother was teaching what she knew about her like her mother, you know. So it's passed, right? The lessons. And like your mom taught you. She did things the way she could back then, the way she knew back then. Perhaps now she's a different person. Who knows? Or not. Perhaps she would do the same things like the same way. I don't know. But that's the way that she knew. Okay? And of course, you received what she did in a way. If it is negative, right? Um, you need to put yourself in a situation that, okay, my mom didn't know that that would cause me this. My mom, she was raised for someone who perhaps treated her like that or even worse. And that was the only way that she knew how to deal with this. So, to understand that we are here, but we are all connected. And we all have our own experiences. And, you know, it is different for everyone. And I think like you are in a phase that you are perhaps stop blaming other people, like blaming the outside, the external stuff. And this is this is really important because you need to understand how you feel about things, especially things that happened in the past that you still carry with you, so you can give a different meaning. Okay. Um, a lot of people like to say forgiveness. Like, again, forgiveness is just a word with a definition. How you feel about it is totally different, you know? Um, so if you don't want to use the word forgiveness to your mom, I know you can use, okay, I understand that my mom was different, that she was raised, you know? If you don't want to use the word forgiveness, because a lot of people are scared of the word forgiveness for some reason. So if you are one of them, I don't know, find a different word. There's plenty of words in the dictionary, guys. Just find a word that works for you. Okay, but remember, the feeling that you're giving to the word forgiveness is the same thing, because like forgiveness for me is like, okay, just letting something go and don't carry the energy with me anymore. It's not like about, for me, it's not like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into this. I think it was clear enough. But anyway, and I think, and we have the winter strength here, that I feel like you are in this phase that you need to understand that, like to be strong enough. And also we have Leo energy here, and Chariot is, I don't remember. Anyway, so I feel like right now is demanding like a certain type of strength of you to keep yourself in the present and to give a different meaning from the for the things in the past. Okay, so let's go for the advice for you. At the bottom, we also have the Winter Devil. So I think there's stuff that you are like purging, releasing, seeing things in a different perspective. Perhaps things that you thought you was really like um toxic, and understanding like the level or like what really means to you in a specific to you. Okay, let's see the advice for you today. What's the advice for the collective? Okay, Two of Winter Swords. At the top, we have the Winter Lovers and the Three of Winter Cups. Interesting. I don't. The Winter Lovers. Okay. And the Three of Winter Cups. Okay, so with the Two of Winter Swords, I think like perhaps you feel things are a little bit stuck at the moment, but it's because you need to decide something. There's something that you're gonna have to choose. Okay. Perhaps I feel like you're still in this really like nostalgic energy right now, that you still like understanding how you feel about things. But at some point you're gonna have to choose, especially like if it is, for example, being in a connection with someone, or how much energy you give to someone or a situation. But I think there's a choice that's going like to happen in your life. And so what I'm getting here, some people, you're gonna be like a little bit stuck for a while because you're gonna have trouble to choose it. Okay. But the it's gonna be inevitable. Okay, you're gonna have to make a decision, so you won't feel stuck anymore. Hmm. And with the winter lovers, the winter lovers is a lot about um balancing things, about, oh my God, what is the word that I want? See, dictionary. Choices out as well. Jesus, I was just anyway. So the winter lovers is also about choices. It's about what is blocking you for something that you really want, for something that you really love, you know? Is there like any blocks at the moment that is causing this stuckness, right? So here, this is what I'm getting. Like, you need to understand what is between you and what is gonna truly bring you fulfillment. And I think this is going to be what you're gonna have to choose. And with the Three of Winter Cups here, I'm getting a few things. Let's go with the strongest. And let's see if the others like show up. But with the Three of Winter Cups, I feel that when you choose whatever this is for you, there is something about being able to be in a group where you're actually putting your energy in the right group for you at the moment that is more aligned for you. So I feel like that's you're gonna have to decide something that is it could be a connection, it could be any kind of connection here is not just because we have the lovers that is love connection like a romantic you can well you love other people too, right? So it could be friends, family, you know, and but it could be also like a situation, a place that you're gonna focus more. That's what I feel that like you're gonna have to focus more in specific connections, situations that actually will bring you fulfillment. You know, you're gonna have to probably choose this if you truly want to keep in this keep this healing going, keep this the momentum, you know. But yeah, but I feel like you're gonna feel a little bit stuck because you're gonna have to make a choice. But when you choose it, I think it's gonna be a bit more clear to get a bit more clear for you about where you should put your energy in. Okay, so now I'm gonna close with an oracle message for you. Okay, let's see. For some reason, I feel like getting two cards because I feel like, I don't know, just feeling like getting two cards. Two cards for the collective today. Do you like singing? It's coming, it's coming. Feel it. Ah, he gave me three cards, not even four. I'll get it to you on top. But then it came in a really dramatic way, right? I like it. The Unknown and Father Christmas. I am kind of curious to see the other two though. Let's check it out. I'm not gonna read about it. Ooh, is Storm and Merriment. I don't know if that's how you say it, but interesting that it just happened as snowstorm here. Anyway, so 3721, it can be meaningful for you. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna read this. Where is it? Here. The Unknown 41, that it is like a lot of unknown energy that we're getting here, right? With the intuition and that kind of stuff. Potential creativity risk. Think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths bearing nothing but desire. What is your true desire? The unknown is wide open to you now, and pulling this card is a sign that your creative power and ability to manifest your dreams is growing. Take advantage of this unusual period of support and abundance. Visualize all your deepest desires and greatest wishes. Be the master of your canvas and paint the image of your dreams. Will you dare to entertain your biggest goals? The unknown requires you to be willing to take a risk. What you want cannot be achieved from a place of comfort or in doing what you already know. With significant risk comes great rewards, and the unknown says, now is the time to take a leap of faith. Do not be afraid to fail. Even failure has values and lessons that will help you grow. Be bold and be willing to go against conformity for the sake of freedom and divine alignment with your soul's purpose. I love this. I love this card actually. Okay, Father Christmas is interesting, right? Because it's this card's 41 and this one is 13. 41, 13. Let's see which one is the 14. No, 13. Yeah, let me check which one is the 14. 14 is feasting. It's interesting because I think that's gonna be the energy that you're gonna be in after you choose something. Gonna be in the feasting energy. So let's do it. Father Christmas, number 13. Keywords naughty and nice. I'm such a good mood today. Uh, how did I get here? Lost, perhaps? No worries at all. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in your dear. No, wait. Gather yourself and clear the frost, for the good still lives in your dear, in you, dear. Ah, you got it. What list will you be on this year? Naughty or nice? Father Christmas, Santa Claus, Old Saint Nick, even Krampus. I love Krampus. Like, if you I don't know if you know the story about Old Saint Nick and Krampus. But anyway, you should check it out. Even Krampus are critical figures in holiday celebrations. It's more a European thing. We know these archetypes as the jolly old man who judges whether we are worthy of gifts if you were kind hearted, or lumps of coal if you were terrible. You may have grown up and stopped worrying about getting gifts for the holiday, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be mindful of how your energy manifests in the world. I love gifts. I love being gifted, and I love gifting as well. You are being guided to share a little kindness. Ask yourself, what would the best version of myself do in this situation? Keep this in mind as you go about your day and see how this simple question can dramatically shift your perspective. Kindness costs nothing but can reward you with endless blessings. I love this energy for you guys. Um, anyway, I do believe that being kind is is the best thing to do, but some people they need to hear some stuff. So perhaps this is for another reading. Well, okay guys, see you in the next reading. And a lot of magic for you, buddy. Bye bye.